All right, welcome to another video of deal underwriting, right? In this series, we underwrite deals that I have personally bought in my businesses, right? So, the last video that we did, we underwrote a deal that was my primary residence. The video before that, we wrote the best deal that I bought in 2023, and this is our third underwriting video. And this video would be underwriting not a single family house, but a duplex and how profitable it could be, or if it's even profitable, right? So this is a house that I bought from another wholesaler here in town, right? So a lot of people know that I'm in Arizona, and people are like, you know what? I have a lead, or I have this house under contract that's seller finance or subject to, and I don't know what to do with this. I don't think I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna go find a buyer for this deal. And a lot of people come to me because I buy houses here in Arizona, right? So I bought probably just in 2023, I probably bought 7 houses just by people coming to me and saying, "Hey, Kevin, do you want to buy this deal? I have this deal under contract. I spent the money. I went out and negotiated with the seller. Would you like to buy this deal?" And I say yes or no. And in this specifically, I obviously said yes, which is the reason why we are underwriting this deal. All right, so let's turn the iPad on. All right, the address of the property is 702 West Pepper Place in Mesa, Arizona. All right, a lot of people know Mesa is like a little suburb of Phoenix, and a lot of good deals happening in Mesa. I just bought a house. I just bought this duplex in Mesa, and I also bought another condo in Mesa, which turned out to be really, really great. The 381,488, that was the purchase price, and as you guys saw in the last two videos, it is a exact amount because that was the remaining mortgage balance on the house. All right, 381,488 is the purchase price. And his estimate says it's worth 429. Man, honestly, I don't think it's worth 429 in the condition that it's in. All right, so the condition of the house, it's decent. I mean, it's a lot more renovation than we thought, which is part of doing real estate. But as you can see, it's a decent condition. You got like the front door, cabinets, washer and dryer. It's a pretty decent condition house, which is always a good news. And this is how the deal came about, right? So Eric Bauman is person that I bought the deal from. He went on Facebook groups. He went on Facebook groups. I think the name of the Facebook was For Sale by Owner Real Estate, something like that. And he saw this homeowner that was selling her duplex in Mesa, and she was like, you know what, I want to sell this house because the tenant's not paying, and I want to go into different business models, whatever. So she posted the deal, and Eric was one of the first few people to respond, and he was able to negotiate the deal and get this deal under contract. And he sends me the deal, and this is what I want to highlight. If you're a buyer like me, you have to be very fast to respond to deals, right? So Eric sends me this deal on January 17th to 458 and says, "Hey, do you want to buy 702 West Pepper Place? I'm not going to keep it." I'm like, "What deal is that?" And look at the timing of it, 458, and I respond at 459. I respond right away. And he says it's a duplex in Mesa hybrid deal. It's a duplex in Mesa that's hybrid, and he sends me the link. And then, so hey guys, if you are a wholesaler, which I wholesale a lot of deals, I wholesale 79 sub twos, and so far this year I did 11 assignments. If you're a wholesaler, there's nothing that you appreciate more than a buyer that actually responds to your text messages, right? So as a buyer, in order for me to be the best buyer out there, it doesn't take a lot. You just need to respond, right? You want to be the best buyer, you just gotta respond back, and that's all it is. So you just have to respond back, okay? So 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 this is the breakdown of the entry fee, right? On this deal, entry fee was a seller was gonna receive $10,000, and then and Eric also received a $10,000 check, which we would call that assignment fee. And this $10,000, by the way, it's a down payment. And then I also paid about $4,000 in arrears, I believe. The homeowner was behind a couple payments, and then I probably spent another $2,500 on closing costs. So all in all, I probably am all into this deal around $27,000. And my every month, and this is a hybrid deal, right? So there's a sub two payment, and there's a seller finance payment, and also there is a private money lender payment because I decided to bring in a private money lender on this deal. So on a sub two deal, my existing mortgage payment that I took over about $1,700 every single month, and this is like a 3.99% interest rate. which is phenomenal, right? Like, I mean, how often do you see 3.99% nowadays? Never. All right, so $1,700, and then I have about $300 on seller finance, and this is a 0% interest. No, 28 more years. And I think the balance on this is roughly like, I think it's about $90,000. So $90,000, I'll be paying the seller about $300 a month for the next 28 years. That's the rough number. I know this is not the exact number, guys. Please don't come at me. This is rough numbers. I think the monthly payment is like $270, $274 or something like that. But I really don't know the exact number. So, and the reason why I said 300 was because I just want to say the monthly payment for sub two and seller finance is $2,000. And a private money lender, I raised $50,000 for this deal at 12%, right? And 18 months. It's 18-month balloon. So I have a $500 a monthly payment, $500 monthly payment on this house. So all in all, if you add this up, right? If I add it all up, $1,700, $300, about $500, every single month I'm shelling out $2,500 just to keep this deal, just for the payment on the house. This is not even including management. This is not including, lawn, whatever. This is just strictly for the payment. And here's a settlement statement. Work Wonder, and that is my LLC. Work Wonder LLC, limited liability company, and then Scott and Jill, Amanda Jill. These are the sellers that they seller finance me their equity. And this was $100,000 seller finance portion. Okay. And then third lender is 313 Capital Group LLC, which is my private money lender. Shout out to Maricela Hernandez. Maricela, she gave me $50,000. And a matter of fact, I just flew her out as of last week. So I took her out to the project and said, "Hey, Maricela, this is a project that you gave me the money on." And she toured the property. She was like, "This is kind of rougher than I thought," which is, we kind of anticipated that. So 3 different liens. First position, subject to. Second position, seller finance. Third position, private money lender payment. And one of the challenges that I had in this deal was that no lenders wanted to be in third position. That was a tough challenge, right? Because most lenders want to be secure. They want to have equity, but if they're going all the way down to third position, it's like, okay, well, Kevin, I know you're not going to default, but what happens just in case? And then 381, 488, that is the final purchase price, contract sales price, and then we had a $3,800 on EMD. And then seller carryback. Sorry about that. Seller carryback is $267, not $300. $267 is the seller carryback, and then let's see, there was about $3,400 in arrears plus $1,700, so there was about $5,100 in arrears. All right, so guys, I apologize, the number wasn't correct. Please forgive me. And then the seller finance was $90,000, and the reason why it's $90,000 is because we did 10,000. It was actually $100,000, but we put $10,000 down. Therefore, the seller finance portion is $90,000. And then there's a bunch of fees, right? Title companies took fees along the way. Look at all these: title policy, lender's policy, third lien position, everything, second loan docs, notaries, like all these things add up a little bit, and that's something that you cannot avoid. Every house that you buy, you also pay, you always pay the closing cost. And then this is the breakdown. They were behind 5,300. I apologize, not what I said earlier. But this house is sitting on 3.99% interest rate. And then the mortgage I took over was 281,000. And there was $100,000 on seller finance, which made it 381,000. Right, 267 is a monthly payment, principal only, 0%. I only do 0%, only 0% seller finance. All right. So let's break down how much money this property can make, right? Because there is a small house in the back. This is a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, and there's a bigger house in the front that's a 3-bedroom, 1-bath. And 1-bedroom, 1-bath, this house alone on a midterm rental, furnished or unfurnished, I'm just gonna give general number. The 1-bedroom, 1-bath could bring in about $2,100. We've done the math. We have properties all around Maricopa County, and this is a very safe number. We have 1-bedroom, 1-bath going for $2,400, but for this number specifically, we're gonna say $2,100. But then we have a pretty sizable 3-bedroom, 1-bath up in the front, and this house, just 3-bedroom, 1-bath, could bring in about $2,800. That's on the low end, right? And if we actually spend the money and we converted this into 3 bedroom, 2 bath, and maybe we did a two, and then we converted 3 bedroom, 2 bath into 1 bedroom, 1 bath, and 2 bedroom, 1 bath, then this will make a front unit basically 2 units, right? Because if you build out, if you convert from 3 bedroom, 1 bath to 3-2, and we break 3-2 into 1-1 and a 2-1, that will be, we could probably bring in close to, $4,500 on the front unit. But we're not gonna build out a bathroom just yet. But if we add $2,100 and $2,800, this house could probably bring in about $5,000. And my payment on the house is roughly $2,000 plus $500 on the on top of that, on top of the private money lender payment, right? So if I'm bringing $5,000, well, let's be exact, $4,900 is how much money I'm making, and then I bring in, and I subtract $2,500, which means I will bring in about $24,000, and out of the $2,400, and out of the $2,400, I'm gonna set aside probably, I don't know, $500 just for vacancies and repairs and any lawn maintenance, whatever. This house would net, after all is said and done, I'll bring in about $1,900 every single month. Just one asset. And this is accounting for all the vacancies and repairs, private money lender payment, mortgage payment, seller finance payment, everything is all said and done. $1,900. And for us to get you $1,900, this my guess is it'll probably take us about 2 to 3 months for stabilizing. To stabilize. Right? Because it's you don't just buy a house and day one in cash flows. It's very rare because this we have to go through a little bit more renovation than we thought. So and that seasoning, that period of just renovating the house, getting the tenants up and running, and finding the tenants, screening the tenants, writing the application, writing up the lease, like that's called a seasoning period, right? Which means same thing as you are stabilizing the asset, right? So everything's said and done in about 2 to 3 months. This house will bring in $1,900 every single month. And I did not use any of my own credit. I did not use any of my own money, right? Because I brought a lender to the table, and I got a 0% seller finance on the seller finance portion. And I do this, and this is duplicatable in any market, right? This house alone, this house is probably like 25 minutes away from where I'm living right now. So if something happens to the house, I can drive down there and fix the issue. So this is a benefit of doing deals in your own market. And if anybody has deals in that you want me to buy, I will go to dealswithkevin.com, and I may be the buyer, I may not be. I can find you the buyer if you want us to. So if you want, but I mainly buy in Arizona, right? This year I want to buy 12 this year I do want to buy 12 single family homes, and I want to buy 12 4-unit, and I also want to buy a 40-unit multifamily on seller finance, and all in Maricopa County. So if any of you guys have deals in Maricopa County, single family, 4-unit, or multifamily on seller finance, I am your buyer, and I will close the deal. I will bring money to the table, and I will buy the deal myself. So this is a deal breakdown where I will bring in net, like, after everything is said and done, $1,900. And and the rent will only go up. Year one we might be making $1,900. Year two we might bring in $100 and $100, so we might bring in $2,100 because we can raise the rent for $100 each unit. That's $2,100, right? And if we do that for 100+ units every year, I can bring in about additional $10,000 every single month, right? So this is just compound effect over and over and over again. You buy one house, over the years you raise rent and all that stuff. So guys, I really hope you guys learned something out of this, and I hope that you guys start buying real estate, because at the end of the day, I want everybody every one of my audiences to build financial freedom, guys. All right, so stay tuned for the next video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.